welcome to another weekend in our life. This weekend, Megan and I are at Clear Lake, and we're going to be taking you through our weekend. So we're here with us, and then our mom and our grandma, and we're just having a little gals weekend.
Yeah, it's actually Saturday morning. We got here last night, and Haley, Ashton, and Henry were also here last night, and then they decided to go home this morning, because I don't know exactly, but I think that 2 dogs and a baby is a lot, so being at home is probably easier. And they were already here like yesterday before we were.
So we are getting ready to go to a farmer's market that is closer to the downtown area. We haven't been there before, so we don't really know what to expect. But the weather hasn't gotten very hot or warm yet, so not really swimsuit time quite yet. So we'll check it out. Little farmer's market OTD. My jean shorts. My Clear sweatshirt. And everyone else come here. And Burks, okay? Keep that in mind. Clear sweatshirt, jean shorts, Burks. And we didn't even plan it. Farmer's market stuff, so we got some lemonade. My grandma wanted to get some bread. So this is garlic, gosh, how do you say this? Focaccia. And then my mom found a picture book of someone, like they took pictures with a drone above Clear Lake, filled it with some of their best photos. And then that same booth also had some puzzles that they were selling. So this is a puzzle with Clear Lake on it.
We're getting ready to take the boat out for a little bit. So we're just getting all changed and whatnot. It is still definitely like a little breezy out. So that's why we're wearing sweatshirts and stuff over what swimsuits we've got on. I've got my little cowgirl hat and
here's my book. And I find a part of my AirPods. We just packed a cooler with some drinks and some snacks.
And we're ready to tackle driving the boat. We don't do it very often, but we decided today we're going to. Because usually it's like our uncles, like if they're here, we're more comfortable with them doing it, or like Haley out of
obviously our grandpa would do it normally, and so now we're I
mean, we have before, but it's just like it takes a lot of like we have to hype ourselves up. We have to be like everyone's in it together and we're all helping each other out. The backing up part is the easy part. It's always the thing about having to get it back in the lift, but we'll worry about that later.
Alright, so we did our lap around the lake, thanks to Megan's driving, and we pulled up to the dock. It was pretty smooth, but
it's not smooth.
Yeah, so granted, we pulled in like we were coming this way, and so she just pulled up next to the dock.
It'll still be hard to...
But yeah, and then we got ourselves all tied up, so we're gonna probably just chill on the boat out here a little bit. Making lunch, so we're having leftover tacos. I made a walking taco with some Fritos, and then I think everyone else is doing like a little street taco type stuff. Alright, we decided we're gonna try playing Nuts, which is basically just 2-person solitaire, but we're playing with 4 people. She did it!
It's good.
Now we need Sierra to try it next time we take it out. I'm gonna have a little more practice.
Took a little bit of a hiatus from vlogging because we were just relaxing after coming inside, and then we rinsed off. I got way more burnt than I had thought, but trying to cover up now for the rest of the day. We're trying out a new restaurant. It's called the Legacy Grill. I think it just opened up last year, so we haven't been there before, but I'm looking forward to it.
It is now 7 o'clock. We finished dinner. We're back home now. Sierra and I both borrowed a pair of our grandma's pajama pants / sweatpants because it's just time to cozy up, and we didn't pack any sweatpants because we're dumb. So I think we're probably just gonna sit and hang out on the couch for a little bit and watch TV. Game Show Network, as always, is our network of choice when we're up here. Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, and so it's kind of a cloudy day today, so I'm not sure how much time we're actually going to be spending, you know, outside and like laying out or anything. But Sierra and I are starting off our morning by going to Starbucks, which is kind of a drive because it's in Mason City and not Clear Lake, but we don't really have anything else we're doing this morning, so. And then we're also, since Target is open over there, our grandma's wanting some laundry detergent, so we will stop in and get some of that for her as well. Alright, we've got the laundry detergent. We were going to do the Starbucks in the Target, but they were out of ice, and so
There's one like literally
there's
2
one
minutes away.
right. It's like outside the Starbucks, just a standalone location.
Outside
So
the Target.
we ordered to that instead, and so we're gonna go pick that up, and then we have to get our mom like what, a Mountain Dew on the way back, a Diet Mountain Dew on the way back, and then we go home.
Diet Dew.
So we're actually planning on heading back around noon, hence why I'm showered, and I think Megan's showering too. The weather's just not gonna get super warm until later, and it's supposed to be cloudy like all day. And since it's Father's Day, we were gonna have to head back a little bit earlier anyway, since our dad's hosting like a little barbecue thing. It's also funny because I think that out of everything that I packed for this weekend, I ended up borrowing one of my mom's swimsuits. It's a U-Swim swimsuit. I have one of my own, but then I also got her on them. And if you're unfamiliar with the U-Swim brand, the premise is that like one size fits a lot of different sizes, and so it's kind of nice because I could just borrow one and it fits just like the one that I have because it's the same size. So anyways, I wore that swimsuit yesterday, which is hers. And then yesterday, when we went to dinner, the outfit that I wore was a combination of my mom and Megan's clothes. So it's like, why did I even pack for myself? I didn't even hardly wear anything of my own. This sweatshirt right now that you guys have seen me wear 1,000,001 times. Right now, this is like my fixation sweatshirt. You guys ever have that when you get a new sweatshirt and suddenly it's the only sweatshirt that you care about? That's this sweatshirt for me right now.
They don't have Pepsi anymore. And then, oh, do you want water? I'm just doing water. And then just 2 with water.
So the guys at Starbucks this morning, they got 2 breakfast sandwiches and then just waters.
Right, isn't that weird? To go to Starbucks for that?
So we got back home about an hour ago, and since then, Sierra and I threw a little laundry in, so we're still working on doing that. But I think that we're going to get ready to podcast shortly because usually we try to do that on Sunday. I didn't think we were going to be back this soon, so we kind of didn't necessarily decide if we were going to do it today or not. But we are, and so this week we are doing an episode about hot takes. So I finished looking through some different things and found some that I'm going to bring up. Sierra's still upstairs working on some of hers. and I think I'm just gonna get changed quick and then come down to set some stuff up in the podcast room so we're ready to go. But it's 3 o'clock now, and we are supposed to be at our dad's around 5 to do the little Father's Day barbecue dinner. So we should have just enough time to get the podcast done.
So we finished up at our dad's house. We didn't record anything just because I thought we had to record there. But we are grocery shopping right now, just doing a quick run so we have stuff for lunches and dinners this week. So yeah, we'll probably talk to you guys more at home.
So to finish up the last little bit of our night before we go upstairs and get ready for bed, I think I'm gonna sign up for Netflix because we used to use our mom's and then they finally changed it so you have to like be in the same location. So we've been without it for a couple weeks since they made that change. And it's just getting to the point where there's things we want to watch on Netflix and we don't have it. Like, we want to watch the second part of Manifest. On the way home from the grocery store, we heard the beginning of Beat It, which sounds kind of like the clock in Stranger Things season 4. And I was like, I should rewatch Stranger Things season 3 because that's my favorite. So then I just had this idea in my head of like, I should do that, like put it on the background and then like keep reading my book. And that just sounded ideal. So I'm gonna sign up. We're gonna try the one with ads, which is like the cheapest option, and we'll see what we think of it. So I brought my laptop over here, signed up, made a whole account, did all that, went to open up Netflix, assuming it was once again going to prompt us to like sign out of our mom's account or whatever. Did not do that after I had already made an account. And then it's still not making us leave. So instead, I deleted or I canceled my membership even though I still have this month now because it doesn't give you a free trial. But it's only $8 a month if our mom like upgrades her plan to have another household. So I told her if there is any issues to just grade it and then we'll pay her the $8 a month because then we get like the better stuff anyways.
It's holding up her phone light, so hopefully the lighting is okay. I just finished my book, Yours Truly. I'm giving it 4 stars. I liked it overall. This is like the second book, kind of, in the Part of Your World duology. Like if you should read that one before you read this one, just for another couple that's in here. A little bit of like an annoying trope at the end, but overall, good. So I'm gonna put this on the shelf and then I'll show you my next read. Okay, my next book that I'm reading is 20 Years Later by Charlie Donnelly. It says, Avery Mason, host of American Events, knows how to grab a TV audience's attention. Her latest story, a murder mystery laced with kinky sex, tragedy, and betrayal, is guaranteed ratings gold. New DNA technology has allowed the New York Medical Examiner's Office to make its first successful identification of a 9/11 victim in years, and there's a twist. The victim, Victoria Ford, has been accused of the gruesome murder of her married lover. In a chilling last phone call to her sister Emma, Victoria begged her to prove her innocence. By now, Emma has waited 20 years to clear Victoria's name. Alone, she's had no luck, but she's convinced that Avery's connections and fame will help. Avery, aiming for a more lucrative network contract, goes into investigative overdrive. Victoria had been having an affair with a successful novelist found hanging from the balcony of his Catskills mansion. The entire crime scene was covered in Victoria's DNA, but Victoria's private life believes a much darker mystery, and Avery doesn't realize that there are other players in the game who are interested in Avery's own secret past, a secret she thought was dead and buried. So, my arm's tired.